It's just my time that will be cementing that. It's my time, my era. Send a message out to all the other fighters out there, all the heavyweights out there. I'm the man. Will you? By any means, chaos in that ring. That's all I got to say, chaos, and then victory.
I not feel energy because I think it's Daniel feel my energy.
What? Yes, it's fight week, man. Fight week. Things can get 0 to 100, you know. You're just ready for whatever. You know?
Daniel Dubois just shocked the boxing world by going after Alexander Usyk during their final face-off. Security rushed in as chaos broke out. Tension is sky high as both fighters head into one of the year's biggest rematches. Right after the intense face-off where tempers nearly boiled over, Daniel Dubois took a calmer moment to explain where his mindset is heading into the rematch. For Dubois, this isn't just another fight, it's a chance to rewrite everything. With the world watching and every belt on the line, he made it clear this is his moment to rise and make history as the man who beat the man.
It is all about timing in life and boxing. It's everything's timing, so we're at the right point now, and to get all these belts and suddenly become the man is what it's about for me.
Becoming the man
that beat the man.
that beat the man.
A few minutes after the face-off, Daniel Dubois spoke again, this time with even more confidence. He wasn't just focused on Usyk anymore. He wanted to send a message to every heavyweight in the game. For Dubois, this fight is more than just a rematch. It's his moment to prove he belongs at the top.
Yeah, it's just my time that will be cementing that. It's my time, my era. Send a message out to all the other fighters out there, all the heavyweights out there. I'm the man.
Will you give praise?
On the other side, while Dubois delivered bold words and stared down the division, Alexander Usyk offered a very different energy. Calm and soft-spoken, he seemed more focused on the moment than the mind games. As reporters gathered around him, Usyk opened up with honesty and a touch of humor, not about the fight, but about something far more personal.
Now, I not think about Daniel. Right now, I think I have to work now, speak with you. Sometimes I like this, sometimes no. But I know maybe 2-3 hours after I must have training today. But my wife today come London. I'm not see my wife 3 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
Furthermore, as the media pressed Usyk for his thoughts on Dubois and the upcoming rematch, the unified champion stayed composed. He didn't get caught up in the theatrics or back and forth talk. Instead, Usyk kept his focus where it matters, on the fight itself. With quiet control, he addressed the build-up, the belts, and his respect for Daniel's recent performances.
I look only ice. For me, I don't think about this. It's just element show. I'm very quiet, you know. So my control is only Saturday. I don't know, but Daniel have my belt.
And you want your belt back?
Daniel, I think yes, because Daniel win last 3 fight. Good last 3 fight. Urgovic, Miller, Anthony Joshua, yeah.
And you respect his power, obviously.
Of course, I respect only my opponents.
Meanwhile, with only 5 days left until the epic rematch, promoter Frank Warren gave fans a glimpse of what's coming. He highlighted the intense showdown between Usyk and Dubois, saying Usyk will try to intimidate early, but Dubois must stand his ground and keep the pressure on. According to Warren, this fight will be a non-stop battle from the very first bell, packed with action and tension.
5 days to go. It's going to be a brilliant fight. This fight is going to be a brilliant fight. These two guys will fight each other. I mean, when I mean by fight each other, Usyk, you stand on me. When the first bell goes, he's going to come out and try and intimidate Daniel. And Daniel's got to stand his ground and push him on the back foot. So these two guys, it's going to be from the first bell.
Frank then shifted focus to Daniel Dubois' growth since their last encounter. He highlighted how Dubois has evolved mentally and physically, becoming a more complete fighter. Warren emphasized Dubois' underrated boxing skill and the importance of his jab in controlling fights, pointing to his impressive performance against Anthony Joshua as a key example.
I mean, Daniel's very confident at the moment. He's got, he's grown up. He's mentally matured. His last 3 fights since the Usyk fight, which was 22 months ago, he's a different guy there. Physically, he's always been powerful. He's a big puncher, as you know, but people underestimate his boxing prowess. He's got a really good jab. You see that against, he used it to good effect, especially against AJ, that first round he controlled.
Building on that, Warren stressed how crucial it is for Dubois to stick to his game plan, using his jab and maintaining focus. He expressed a strong belief that Dubois has the power and skill to stop Usyk this time around. Despite controversy from their previous bout, Warren reminded everyone that Dubois landed damaging shots, especially to the body, proving he can hurt the champion.
That first round he controlled that. That's how he controlled the fight, behind the jab. And he's got to do the same thing here. He's got to get behind that jab, and he's just got to keep focus on the task. And I genuinely do believe he can stop him. He can hurt him. We see that in the fight they had. He hurt him to the body. I know all the nonsense about low blows and all that. Listen, people get hit up the balls, hold their balls when they get hit. They don't hold here, and he got hurt in that fight.
Adding to the discussion about Dubois' growth, former world champion Duke McKenzie gave his take on the young heavyweight's transformation. He acknowledged that while Dubois may not have the media polish of a typical world champion, his improvements inside the ring are undeniable. McKenzie focused on Daniel's maturity and confidence, which now speak louder than any press headline.
He's maturing. He is still relatively young in even in the bigger picture. Even in like the world terms, he's still a young man. He's in his early sort of mid-20s. So, he's got a lot to learn. He's not sort of media savvy. He's not got that sort of flair that you would expect from the heavyweight champion of the world. But, Daniel Dubois does his talking in the ring. He's very confident now.
From there, Duke highlighted how this evolution goes beyond skill. It's mental. He described Dubois as a completely different fighter than he was during the first Usyk bout. After dismantling Anthony Joshua, Duke believes Daniel is now ready for the top of the food chain. And in his words, that means one target, Alexander Usyk.
Confident now in the ring. Yeah, what we're looking at, and I know it's been said a million times, and I'm just going to reiterate what's already been said, he's a different kettle of fish now with Dubois. Mentally, from his psychological standpoint, he's a lot more altogether now, he's a lot stronger. He smashed AJ to pieces, and that's the first king that he was talking about dismantling. Now he's talking about dismantling the real king that's at the top of the heavyweight division. So in Alexander Usyk. So Dubois got everything to fight for. He's full of confidence, and his head is exactly where it's supposed to be.
Furthermore, after praising Dubois' mindset and mental transformation, Duke didn't hold back when it came to his work ethic. He made it clear that what separates Daniel from the rest isn't just raw talent, it's the way he trained. According to Duke, Dubois approaches each session with unmatched intensity, and that kind of preparation fuels a fighter's belief when it matters most.
Well, you know what? The strength comes from your training, and Daniel Dubois trains like a lunatic. He does. He puts in a shift. He's not your average heavyweight. And I don't suppose the only person that probably trains harder than Daniel Dubois is Alexander Usyk, because he's had a longer reign as heavyweight champion. Do you see what I mean? But Dubois trains like an animal. His mindset is that of an animal. They're saying, they're using all these terminologies, seek and destroy. I won't be denied. So they've got into his head, his coach has got into his head that he can't be denied. He's going to win this fight. And you wouldn't expect anything less from them, and you certainly wouldn't expect anything from Dubois.
Moving on, as talk around Dubois' improvement grows, Usyk stayed calm and focused. He gave credit to Daniel's power and boxing skills, but made it clear he's ready. Usyk explained that he always prepares for a full 12-round war with his team, but if an opening comes, he'll take it. Focused and experienced, Usyk reminded everyone that he's not taking this fight lightly.
Daniel, young guy. Daniel, dangerous every time because this guy have good punch and good boxing skill. But I must be careful because it's a boxing. But I prepare for this fight. We will see. It's Saturday.
Do you think?
Of course, it's a boxing. I think yes, but I'm ready.
Will you stop him this time, do you think, or will it go 12 rounds?
Listen, I prepare every time on 12th round because we with my coach, with my team, we prepare 12th round. But if I have chance, I do it.
Do you believe you will stop him?
Yes, of course.
When talk turned to mind games and pressure from Dubois' team, Usyk stayed calm and relaxed. He made it clear that he doesn't see it as a big deal. For him, it's just part of the sport. Usyk said he enjoys these kinds of games, whether it's in the ring, on the field, or even playing video games.
No. For me, it doesn't matter. I'm not cheater. I think it's just psychology games for Daniel Dubois team. For me, it's just games. But I love play. I like play.
You like playing the mind games?
Yes, of course. I like playing football. I like playing Counter-Strike. I like play and psychology games. But it's my rules, you know? It's my rules.
It's your rules.
Yes,
you're the king of the division.
Of course.
On the other hand, as the fight night approached, Usyk stayed focused on the task at hand. He made it clear that he isn't thinking beyond Saturday's big battle. For him, staying present and fully in control right now is what matters most.
I've done enough.
Now I not think about for next fight because my focus only Saturday. Sometimes people say, "Hey, listen, I ready in next fight, but not see for Saturday." I look at my control. It's Saturday after fight. We
ask you then.
Yeah. We speak about my boxing career.
You can see what he's like, guys. Big and beautiful.
Meanwhile, reflecting on the challenges he faced since his last fight, Dubois opened up about the tough lessons he's learned along the way. Despite the setbacks, he's come back stronger and more determined than ever. Confident and ready for battle, Dubois promised chaos in the ring and a victory that no one could stop.
You look a beast.
Yeah, I was thrown about, wasn't I? Just drained a bit, but you know, I learned a lot of lessons from that experience. You know, but I'm ready. I'm here now. I'm resurrected myself, and I just come again stronger. Yeah, by any means, chaos in that ring. That's all I got to say. Chaos, and then victory. Yeah, this man can't stop me. I'm on a rise. I'm on a roll now, so this man can't stop.
Adding on, as the spotlight returns to Usyk, veteran analyst Radio Raheem offered a sharp perspective on what makes him so special in today's heavyweight scene. He reminded fans that despite being naturally lighter than most of his rivals, Usyk continues to dominate a division filled with giants, and that makes his pound-for-pound status even more impressive.
Usyk, we can't forget, is light at the weight. You know, Fury trolls him by calling him the middleweight or whatever.
Middleweight.
Rabbit, all this shit. But he's light at the weight, and when you say pound for pound, the fact that he's in that division with monsters, there is no better pound for pound division, if there is such a thing that isn't an oxymoron, than the heavyweight division, because there's no weight. You know, there's only a threshold at the bottom. He beats.
Raheem then highlighted Usyk's resume, beating Joshua twice, and possibly soon Fury, and how he's done it all without the loud personality or media charm seen in others. But something feels different this time. According to Raheem, there's a new edge to Usyk now, a colder, more dangerous version we haven't fully seen before.
He beats Joshua twice and Fury twice. The level of competition, the different styles, it's hard to say Usyk's not that guy. And you really kind of don't want to, because for whatever reason, he's never been like a captivating superstar type of personality. And maybe as Americans, we prefer the big talk and the the bravado and stuff, and that's not really him. But every fight, I think he finds a way to be a bit engaging. And this fight, I've seen more spite in him than in any fight. I think they have triggered the part of Usyk that's mean. Don Charles, and then
After pointing out Usyk's new edge, Raheem turned his attention to the emotional energy surrounding this rematch. He believes both men are stepping into the ring with more than just a game plan. They're carrying real fire. And during the latest face-off, Raheem saw something new in Dubois, something raw and aggressive we haven't seen before.
However, my point being, Usyk right now is at the top of the heap. He is, I think, emotionally invested in this fight in the way that he hasn't been in previous fights. But the same is true for Dubois. In the face-off today, Dubois was shouting in Usyk's face because the team Usyk was shouting Usyk, and then Dubois started shouting Daniel by himself. His team wasn't shouting it. It was just him, and then he started shouting and still. That is a side of Dubois we haven't seen yet. And I don't know if it's confidence or if it is aggravation, but it is aggression.
Moving on a new episode of Talk Boxing, Derek Chisora sat down with Simon Jordan and Spencer Oliver to break down how Daniel Dubois should approach the Usyk rematch.
How do you think Daniel's got to approach this fight?
He has to not get his feet moved, because Alexander's got a sense of moving around.
Yeah.
And then suddenly, he'll move this way, and then suddenly, by the time you adjust your feet, he hits you. By the time you move this side, he'll hit you again. So
Has he got a jump on him?
Pardon?
Has he got a jump on him from the first bell?
He gotta to.
Yeah.
He has to. But if you don't, he has to. At the same time, you have to survive with him. Because if you don't, he's gonna knock you out. You lose concentration.
Has he got? I mean, has he got the engine to go down? The perspective is, and I think we think this as well, Spence. And correct me if I've misinterpreted your view on it. That he's got to get him out there in 5 or 6 rounds, and if it starts to go longer into the fights, it becomes more of a problem for him. Because
Chisora and the panel agreed Dubois can't let this fight drag on. The deeper it goes, the more Usyk takes over. That's why, as Spencer Oliver explained, Dubois must apply early, educated pressure and break Usyk's rhythm before it starts. Any hesitation, any mistake, and the Ukrainian champion will make him pay.
how do you think Daniel's got to approach this fight?
He has to not get his feet moved, because Alexander's got a sense of moving around.
Yeah.
And then suddenly, he'll move this way, and then suddenly, by the time you adjust your feet, he hits you. By the time you move this side, he'll hit you again. So
Has he got a jump on him?
Pardon?
Has he got a jump on him from the first bell?
He gotta to.
Yeah.
He has to. But if you don't, he has to. At the same time, you have to survive with him. Because if you don't, he's gonna knock you out. You lose concentration.
Has he got? I mean, has he got the engine to go down? The perspective is, and I think we think this as well, Spence. And correct me if I've misinterpreted your view on it. That he's got to get him out there in 5 or 6 rounds, and if it starts to go longer into the fights, it becomes more of a problem for him because Usyk starts to pose the problem, starts to get him working at a level that he might not be comfortable with. Does he have the engine to work at a level that Usyk takes you to?
Well, this is what he needs to do. So he has to impose himself early. He's got to stamp his authority because Alexander Usyk will come out, and Usyk does this every time he starts a fight. He takes the centre of the ring and he's making his opponent work, and he's feinting and flicking around, and he's keeping his opponent busy all the time, but making him work hard without actually doing anything. So Daniel has to take that away from him.
Yeah.
He's got to impose himself early, take it there. There's got to be educated pressure because Derek will know better than anyone who's shared the ring with him. But you go in there and you make any little fundamental mistakes with Alexander, and then he'll make you.
Chisora and the panel agreed. Dubois can't let this fight drag on. The deeper it goes, the more Usyk takes over. That's why, as Spencer Oliver explained, Dubois must apply early, educated pressure and break Usyk's rhythm before it starts. Any hesitation, any mistake, and the Ukrainian champion will make him pay. With tensions at an all-time high and the final face-off turning violent, this rematch has taken on a whole new energy. Dubois enters the ring with something to prove. No longer the hesitant underdog, but a man on a mission to take over the division. Usyk, cool and focused as ever, prepares to defend his legacy with the kind of sharp precision only a unified champion can deliver. Both camps are locked in. This isn't just a rematch, it's a reckoning. Whose mindset do you believe gives them the edge going into Saturday? The fiery confidence of Dubois or the calm experience of Usyk? Drop your thoughts below.